Hello and welcome to the Unit 4 Section 9 video on writing equations in slope-intercept form. And this is actually the first of two sections we're going to be spending on slope-intercept form. In this first section, I'm just going to introduce what slope-intercept form is, how it works, and we'll do a little bit of forming equations based on given the slope and a y-intercept and being able to write the equation given a graph. So let's start off by talking about what slope-intercept form is. Well, we have been talking about linear functions in this unit, and slope-intercept form is one way we can write the equation for a linear function, and the form is y equals mx plus b. All right, now a lot of these letters other than x and y may not really mean a lot to you, but we're going to get into what they mean. All equations will have an x and a y in the final answer. So when you write your final answer, you will have x and y in it, okay, and no other letters. So the m will get replaced and the b will get replaced. You're going to find or calculate the slope, and you're going to substitute that for the letter m in the equation. Then you're going to find or calculate the y-intercept, and you will substitute that in for the letter b in the equation. Okay, so that's two pieces of information you need. You need the slope and you need the y-intercept. This is why we call it slope-intercept form. So let's do some examples and see how this works. So we want to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form given the slope and the y-intercept. Well, if you're given those two pieces of information, it's simple because all you have to do is literally take your slope, which is your m, and your y-intercept, which is your b, and just plug them in. So your answer for this one would be negative 7/5 x plus 4. For the second one, we're going to take our slope, which is 2/3, put that in front of our x, and then add our y-intercept, which is 2. Now on this one, our slope is 0. So if we plug that in, we would have 0x plus 2. Well, 0 times anything is just 0, and this whole thing goes away. So you're left with just y equals 2. So when your slope is 0, you have a horizontal line. You have a flat line. All right, for this next one, our slope is 7/3, so we're just going to put that out in front. Our y-intercept is 3, so we're going to stick that on the end. For this one, our slope is 4/3. And our y-intercept is 2. And then for this last one, our slope is negative 1. So you can just put the negative in front of the x. You don't need to write the 1. And then our y-intercept is negative 2. So instead of putting plus 2 or plus negative 2, we're just going to put minus 2 to write it in the simplest form that we can. All right, now let's take a look at some graphs. So we need, again, the slope and the y-intercept. So the y-intercept's easy. It's just where the graph crosses the y-axis. So here, our b is going to be 4. Our slope, we have to find that by doing our rise over run. So we start from this point, and we can go to this point. Just find 2 points to work off of along the line. And we go up 1, 2, 3, and over 1. So rise over run is 3 over 1, which would just be 3. So our equation would be y equals 3x plus 4. Because remember, we are using y equals mx plus b as our form. All right, for the second example here, our y-intercept is negative 2. That's the easy part. Our slope, I might as well take this y-intercept as a point. And then here's another point here. So our rise is negative 1. Our run is positive 2. So our slope is negative 1 over 2, or negative 1/2. And so our equation is going to be y equals negative 1/2 x minus 2. Now note, this x is not in the bottom with the 2. The fraction stands alone. This fraction is in front of the x. For the next one, our y-intercept is 1, and our slope if we start here and maybe go to, it looks like we're going to have to go to the edge of the graph here, this point, we have a rise of 1, 2, and a run of 5. So 2 over 5. So our equation is y equals 2/5 x plus 1. Our y-intercept for this one is going to be 3. And our slope, if we go from this point to this point, is going to be -1 over +1, which is just -1. So our equation is y equals -x plus 3. For the next example, our y-intercept is right at 5. And let's take this point and this point. We go down 2, so -2, run of 1, so +1, so -2 over 1, which is -2. So you got -2x plus 5. And then finally, for this example, our y-intercept is 0. Our slope, if we go from the origin and go to here, is 3 over 1, which is just 3. So our equation is y equals 3x, and then we don't have to write anything else because we do not have to write the +0 on the end. So this is just a little bit of an introduction to slope-intercept form. In the next section, we are going to talk more about slope-intercept form and how to go about finding the equation if we're given different information, such as a point in the slope or 2 points. So that's coming up next.